Good morning.
Seems a year's gone by rather quickly, hasn't it?
Yes.
I wish you well this morning. Welcome here on this Veterans Day. I was up this morning at 4 o'clock watching that ceremony in Paris. The 11th month, the 11th day, and the 11th hour. Everything kicked off, went splendidly. Enjoyed that. And Veterans Day is very important to us, of course, and to recognize our family members that support veterans around the world. I know in my own family, Miss Winton, our children have always been so supportive, and touring around the world, lonely post camps and stations. I was always sustained and soothed by an unfaltering trust that they were supporting me at home, and I rather suspect you folks feel pretty much the same way. But it's an honor to be here again this morning on Veterans Day, and I'm going to retell the story I told last year about the Quaker family. The Smythes had an older son named Jonathan who ran away and joined the army back during the Civil War. And of course, you know the mindset of Quakers about war and fighting and that sort of thing. A couple of years went by and they didn't hear from Jonathan. But word came that he had been wounded in a battle. And the father went quickly as he could, found the battlefield, found the commander, talked to him, and he said, yes, fighting had been heavy. A lot of folks had been wounded, many of whom were still out in the trenches, wounded, dead, and dying. And Mr. Smythe lit his lantern and went on the battlefield looking for his son. As I finished telling this story about his search, I would ask you to do something a little different this year than I asked you to do last year. See in your heart and soul if you are the caller or the one being called. Then he lit the lantern, started looking. He called for his son, Jonathan Smythe. Jonathan Smythe, thy father seeketh after thee. He would walk some more, look some more, to hear the dead, a haunting whisper, whining, wounded. Heard one say, "Well, I wish that was my daddy looking for me." And he'd search some more. Jonathan Smythe, the father seeketh after thee. This went on for hours. He kept looking, searching, as any father would do. And finally he heard this voice say, "Father, I am over here." Of course, immediately went to the sound of that voice and found his son, hugged him, and his son said, "I knew you would come." This is I sometimes have to compose myself. But the belief in that son that his daddy would come. You know, that's really what it's all about. It's nothing to do with possession, power, position, strength. It's just the love of a daddy for his son. I'd ask you to think about that and apply it in your life where you can. And I feel the same way about you folks. I love you very much, and I thank you for listening to that story again. And on this Veterans Day, I wish you well. Thank you very much. I love you.
Amen.